fight! Alrighty, what's up, everybody? My peeps, what's going on, you sexy bitches? It is I, your tribal god of extreme, Peter Joseph here, for a Monday evening video, right here, on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. That's you. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video. Hit that subscribe button down there. That's where it is. But anyway, subscribe to my channels down there in the description box below. This one and all my other ones. Show your love and support. Leave a comment on any one of my videos from the past, the present, and the future, Conan. So do it now, but don't leave stupid comments because you're just gonna get blocked. And if you don't like that, then go cry to your stupid fucking mother, you little baby bitch. And that's pretty much it. So, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to my channels, all that down below in the description box. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, like I said. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap and slap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything, because if you do, you need to get slapped in the face very violently. And also get told you're SOL. And you know what that means. And if you don't know what it means, for the love of God, look it up. That's why we have the internet. Sometimes we wish we never had the internet, but we kind of need it to look up shit. But in any case, ladies and gentlemen, please do all that. So share the video all over the internet, and don't forget to tap that bell, turn on all notifications, don't miss anything. And if you're brand new here, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, you grab that cold one, whatever you got. Put your feet up and enjoy the show. And if you like it, great. Hit that like button. If you don't, well, go fuck yourself. Go on your dead channel with barely any subs, and nobody gives two fucks about it. And that's pretty much it. So all you can get is clout views off my name or anybody else's name, because that's all you can do. It's a proven fact. I don't need clout views. I just do this for fun. So if I get a lot of hits, great. I don't care. YouTube's not my life. If people think it is, that's their own lame as fuck opinion. But my opinion matters way more than yours. And in my opinion, I don't need YouTube. I just do this for fun. It's just a side project. Because I got other things in my life to worry about. And I have a life, and I have a job, and I make good money, and all that other shit. But we move on with that. And that's it. You don't like me? Tough shit. Because I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. So, that's that. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Monday evening, getting close to Monday night, and you know what that means. Tonight is the night. We have finally come to January 6, 2025, and coming up in about 2 hours from now, the world premiere of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. So the Netflix era will begin at 8 o'clock. With a 3-minute cold open narrated by The Game! Triple H, you never must get snooze! You know, that guy. And then we're gonna open up Raw properly on Netflix with, guess who? Hunter. With a passionate promo to welcome us to the Netflix era in an opening match. How fitting! Roman fucking Reigns, our tribal chief, put up your fucking wands, ladies and gentlemen, and acknowledge our tribal chief, Roman Reigns, as he goes into tribal combat with the man who pretty much took his Ula Fala, and that's Solo, Miboki, Solo. I love you, Solo! I try don't, but I love the tribal chief more. So see what happens with that. Lots of things may be happening. You know, it's tribal combat, so there are no rules. So we could get Jacob Fatu. We can get Tama Tonga, the wrestling gremlin. We can get Sammy, the Usos coming in. Maybe Drew McIntyre. Anybody with the fucking kitchen sink We're going there, baby. So, hopefully Roman Reigns gets his Father back, and no chicanery, like with the Wise Man possibly turning on Roman, and him signing with Solo. I hope not, but we'll see what happens with that. There could be an appearance from The Rock. So, we'll see what happens with that. We also got CM Punk taking on Seth freaking Rollins one-on-one. It should be a Mania, but they're doing this. That's going to be our main event tonight. And in between, we got some other stuff to talk about. But we'll get there when we can. We got Hulk Hogan, brother, on the show. We got the GOAT of all GOATs of the modern era. That's my favorite wrestler, pretty much, of all time. And that's The Undertaker, the Phenom. He'll grace us with his presence tonight as well. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. He will also be on the show, and a whole lot more from the Intuit Dome, used to be the Staples Center in the great city of Los Angeles, California. And we'll be there tomorrow for NXT New Year's Evil. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hope you're having a great day. A little bit snowy here in the Northeast. Not much snow, about an inch or so of snow. We're supposed to get a little bit more on Saturday. Projected 1.1 inches of snow, so basically what we got today. So, I mean, thankfully it's not going to affect my plans this weekend. I can just go and do whatever I please. But if it was more than like 4 or 5 inches, I'm staying home. But it's Monday, so by Thursday it could change. I'm hoping it just stays the same. We get like about an inch or two of that white stuff, and I'm not talking about cocaine. But we'll see what happens with that. But it's pretty easy to shovel, and I'll have to break my back even more. I just throw a little salt, little rock salt melt out, and pretty much it's evaporated by right after that. But it'll refreeze, which sucks. But so when I get up in the morning and when I have to go to my doctor appointment early tomorrow, because I have a half day tomorrow, I just throw a little snow melt out, on the way out my house, and then pretty much that's it. I don't have to worry about anything, because I have a short, I go to the doctor for about an hour, and by the time I get home, it's like, I'd say 3:30, 4 o'clock. But we'll see what happens with that. But I'll be home way in time for NXT on the CW11. But it is what it is. And that's pretty much that. But hope you had a great day. And if you didn't, well, too bad. And we move on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to Raw on Netflix, trying to get a couple videos done today. And the first one, as the title below says right here on the main channel, KillDemon669. Thank you for watching. I'm Peter Joseph, but you knew that already. It is time for your late, so-called so far out of date WWE Smackdown review. Alright, from this past Friday night, January the 3rd, 2025, we are live from the Footprint Center in Phoenix, Arizona. 3 hours of Smackdown, but eventually it will be back to 2 hours again, because Triple H said today is not permanent, it's temporary, so we don't know when it's going back to 2 hours, but last week was 3, I think this Friday will be 3 hours, so eventually we'll be going back to a 2-hour show. So we'll see what happens with that. I kind of like the 2-hour format, because pretty much the 3-hour format, and tonight is going 3+ hours, because you can do anything on Netflix, overruns like galore. We could go 5 hours if we wanted to, but that's a little bit too much there. But, so, unless you're WrestleMania, but that's a little silly for a long time. But yeah, we're going 3+ hours tonight, so at least 3 hours or maybe 10, 15 minutes, maybe 3.5 hours. Oh boy. I would say get your DVR ready, but Netflix doesn't have DVR. So if you have Netflix, I mean, you're lucky. But if you get lagging, oh, you're fucked. That's why I never liked this Netflix thing. Never liked it at all. Because a lot of people don't have Netflix, and they don't want to pay extravagant amounts of money a month, even though you can get it for $6.99 a month. So basically, you're paying about, let's say $7 a month, times that by 10, because you're getting up to October, that's $70 plus an extra 10. So you're basically paying about well, I don't know if there's taxes and fees or anything, but about $84 a year for the basic Netflix. If you want to go a little bit advanced without commercials and ads and shit, then you're paying about $115 and change, which is ridiculous. They're paying like $17.50 a month. I'd rather just watch it on a free screen and not give a fuck. I mean, you can call me cheap, but, I don't give a shit. I mean, I get it on the rich man's dish, but, I still have to pay $6.99 or whatever I want, but like I said, if I had the computer and I could just fire up a free stream, why have Netflix? Why have the rich man's dish that has Netflix? I'm just saying. But, I mean, you can call me a cheap bastard, but I still got more money than you, but I just don't feel like having Netflix right now. Eventually I will get it. I will have it, not to watch WWE per se, but I'd rather watch like Cobra Kai and various things I like to watch on Netflix. But I digress. But we'll get to that later. Alright, but before we get to Netflix, we were at the Footprint Center in Phoenix, Arizona, 3 hours. We had, for the final time on Smackdown, we have Mitchell Cole and Corey Slave. So this Friday night, we got the return of Joe Tessitore, yes, and Corey Slave. That should be interesting. So Wade Barrett will be on the Raw after show tonight. So you won't see Wade Barrett much on TV unless you want to watch Netflix and watch the Raw on Netflix post show. I don't know if there's a pre-show, but if there is, Wade Barrett will probably be on there. And maybe Big E too. I don't know. I don't even know who's on it. I care less. But we move on. Alright, so Mitchell Cole and Corey Slave for the final time together on SmackDown. Because Michael Cole is going to start adjusting to the part-time schedule, or the reduced schedule, what he said, on the Pat McAfee show today. So he's not going to be doing like Raw, SmackDown, and then the pay-per-view. He's just going to do mostly Raw, maybe Saturday Night's Main Event, and then the pay-per-view. So his schedule is going to be a little bit lighter, which I think works for him, because he's not, it's not a spring chicken, you know what I mean? It's like, 50-some-odd years old? I don't know how old Michael Cole is, I care less. Still a legend in his own mind. I still think JR is way better than him on commentary. Because JR is a legend, like Gordon Soley. The guys like that I grew up with. Gordon Soley, Tony Baloney Schiavone, JR, Jerry the King Lawler, even Vincent Kennedy McMahon and Jesse the Body Ventura. What I tell you, McMahon? Bobby the Brain Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon, God rest their mighty souls. Joey fucking Styles grew up in ECW. Even in Ring of Honor, we had Kevin Kelly, and at times, Steve Carino. Even before that, I think we had Gabe Sapolsky and somebody else. Forgot who that was, but anyway, and even though it's in TNA, we had Mike Tenay and Taz. We had a Mike Tenay and the late great Don West, and then we had Jeremy Bohr Ass and Josh Matthews, who's now kind of running TNA. I don't know what he does there. I care less. But yeah, that, I'm trying to get used to, like, Joe Tessitore, who's very good, by the way, on Monday Night Raw. Had to go through the Arnon Verk era, the Mike Adamle era, which I thought was great, when he kind of was a commentator, but then he was a GM, which kind of sucked, but, and then the original, Jeff Harvey, We had to go through that, Kimmy Smith. But, yeah, now we're kind of back, to normalcy. We have Michael Cole, we had Michael Cole and Corey Slave on SmackDown, And sometimes on Raw, Byron Saxton, there once in a while. Booker T, sucker, JBL, Taz, Mick Foley at times, once in a while, but not all the time. And now, our commentary team is going to be Michael Cole and Pat McAfee tonight for pretty much the entire year almost. We'll see what Pat McAfee does. It's going to be great tonight to see Pat McAfee, when Jay Uso comes out doing the yeet with Michael Cole, both acting like complete idiots. But we got that. We're going to hear Pat McAfee go completely nuts tonight. Especially when Hogan probably comes out, brother! Are you a real American, Cole? Brother! Brother. We got that. It's going to be amazing tonight. Can't wait. Going to be epic. I don't know how many. I would think over 100 million people are going to be watching Netflix tonight. At least. And then we get back to the normal ratings tomorrow for NXT, then AEW, for Diamond and Collision, and then Smackdown on Friday night. So we don't have to really worry about Nielsen ratings for Raw. We just have to worry about how many people actually watch the goddamn show on Netflix. It doesn't go by viewership. Well, it goes by viewership, but not Nielsen ratings. Like, oh, Raw on Netflix got a 1.5. You can't do that. So, but anyway, moving on. Alright, so we started off the new era of Smackdown, the first 3-hour show, for now. We got a long-as-fuck recap of Cody and Kevin Owens, KO, with their Royal Rumble ladder match for the Undisputed titles being set up last week. And then we start off with that schmuck, not my champion, and that's Cody! MDKO'd Cody, you bitch! So he comes out in his little suit, not from the Men's Warehouse, because they don't allow him there, he's banned. But in any case, he comes out, gets in the ring with a new blue mat. I kind of like the old school mat, like the navy blue, like a baby sky blue, not the wrestler sky blue, but basically the old school you would see as like a regular blue mat. But this one is a dark blue mat, which is kind of cool. Almost kind of going back to the old school days, but still, it looks like a lightish dark blue, not dark, but whatever. So anyway, Cody talks about how everything is about to change in WWE with the move to Netflix. He's excited. But it's a little bit tempered down because he's not clear to wrestle right now because of KO with the package power driver. But he's still gonna make the Royal Rumble. And then, of all people, Drew McIntyre, who came over in the transfer window along with Sami Zayn and the Usos, we'll see later in the night. Drew says, "I'm not here to fight. I appreciate what you've done, Cody." And then he says, "This is the best era WWE's ever had, and a lot of that's due to Cody." Right! Okay, Drew, now you're acting just crazy now. Cody hasn't done shit. I'm just saying, it's not the best era because of Cody. It's because of Roman. So I don't know what you're talking about Cody for. Anyway, Drew thinks Cody needs someone to watch his back, but Cody says, "What, Dad? I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about how me and you are kindred spirits from a long time ago. But I don't even believe what you're saying. I'm like, oh, I want you to watch my back. I don't believe that shit." So Cody offers to fight Drew, but Drew goes to leave and then tells Cody, "Watch your back." And then Cody, being a dumb fuck, forgot about that. KO attacks him from behind. Big fight. And then we got like the Hurricane, Petey Williams, the freaking Stooges come out with some referees, break that all up. So I was thinking we may get Drew versus Cody maybe down the line. Maybe a Saturday Night's main event. I don't know for the belt, but I mean, we'll see what happens when we get there. Alright, so all that, 3.25 out of 5 stars, and we're off and running on Smackdown. Alright, then we get to our first official match of the night. I thought this was for the U.S. title, but I guess it wasn't. We got the U.S. champion, Shinsuke Shogun Nakamura, comes out like a Shogun. Great entrance, by the way. He takes on Andrade. Comes out like White Skull, Red Skull, Black Skull, who cares? But he comes out, have a little good match. A pretty good match, actually. Not good, little good. Anyway, so there's one point Andrade hit Shinsuke with everything but the kitchen sink. Shinsuke kept kicking out at 2.99999999 Batman 5. But eventually, they go to the corner, and there was one point where there was another corner. There was an exposed turnbuckle. I was waiting for somebody to get hit with that, but obviously not. So they go to another corner, and Shinsuke gets sent into the corner, and then I think Andrade was trying for some type of move, and then Shinsuke dropped him head first out on the ring post, basically knocking Andrade for a loop. And then Shinsuke hits the King Sasha. 1, 2, 3 in under 9 minutes. He gets the win. And I thought this was going to be for the title, like I said. But anyway, Shinsuke still the champ, even though he didn't have to defend the belt. But still the champ. Like I said, match was alright. 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, we get Eli Drake. That's not an insult. That's a fact of life. Yeah. He comes out. Was right after Shinsuke. Shinsuke run to the hills. So that's what he does. He runs to the hills. And then Eli gets the mic, says, I'm coming for to get my U.S. title back. And, like, every time Nakamura turns around, I'll be there. So we'll see what happens with that. And we move on with that. Alright. Moving along. We go to the back. We have the Yes Boys. We have Kit Wilson and my good buddy Elton Prince. Elton Strong, remember. Those fine-looking lads from England. The actual good-looking people from England. There are some good-looking people from England, but all the other ones that look like they come from the dump. Just saying. But anyway, they're in the back. We see Apollo Crews, probably going to catering to get a mean steak. I don't know. Well, Titus is not there anymore, I don't think, but anyway, he's probably going to catering. He's on his phone, probably talking to Titus. Who knows? And then Legato come in. The beautiful Elektra Lopez. Oh, yes, Ceci. She comes in with the Mexican Wolves, otherwise known as Los Lobos. The Mexican Wolves, whatever you want to call them. Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza, along with their leader, Santos. So, they're not happy with Pretty Deadly kind of, lying about them attacking the Street Profits last week, and then pretty much the Street Profits went and beat their ass in the back and then in the ring. So things start to get physical, and then Nicholas Aldis comes in and kind of breaks that up and says, hey, yes, boys, get in my office right now. I'm like, oh, shit. So we get that. So I gave that first part 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to break, we come back. They're in the office. So Pretty Deadly is in the office with Nicholas Aldis. And then guess who comes in? DIY, the tag team champions. Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, and the Psycho Killer! Tommaso Ciampa. They come in and suggest that Pretty Deadly help them against the Motor City Machine Guns. Because they have I think there's a tag title defense against the guys they took them from illegally, but, whatever. So DIY and the Yes Boys working together, and pretty much, I think they said, oh, if you help us, we'll give you a title shot. You think the Yes Boys will not take that? Right. Alright, so I got that. 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Moving on. Alright, then we go to the ladies of Smackdown. 7-minute match, we get Mia Yim takes on Doudrop, piping every with our President of the United States. Well, not really the President, but we will acknowledge her as the United States Champion, our President of the United States Champion, Chelsea Green! Looking fine, as always. God damn you, Cardona. I hope she gets rid of him. I really do. He's such a douche. And he fears Mittens. And me too. But I digress. Anyway, they go back and forth. You know, Piper using her power because she's fat. And then Mia doing whatever she got to do. Nice that she kept let her hair down this time. Kind of looked like old school Mia Yim from Ring of Honor days. Where's Prince Nana when I need him? Huh. Remember that Prince Nana? Oh yes, Princess Mia. Still didn't hit it first there, Prince Nana. You know what I mean? You know who hit it first? Adam Cole, baby. 2011. Mia Yim became Princess Mia right before Adam Cole was a thing. Kinda, in 2010-ish. Because he kind of started with Kyle O'Reilly Auto Parts with Future Shock. They started in 2010, by the way. And then I think Cole started his CCW career, I think 2010, 2011-ish. Became the junior heavyweight champion. Mia Yim became his girlfriend. Pretty much real life girlfriend too. Oh man, I still had those. I still have the DVDs of some of the matches they had and promos they done in the back. Oy. Mia Yim giving Adam Cole like a little massage. He's like, oh, that feels good. I bet, Adam, right? She gave you more than a massage. She gave you a happy ending. I take one from Mia Yim any day if Keith Lee wasn't around. But I digress. She's Asian, so why not? But anyway, all right. Back and forth match they went. Mia hits a Rey Mysterio Booyaka style sit up bulldog, and then adds a cannonball in the corner for added effect. Goes for eat defeat, gets countered into the Piper driver, whatever that is, for a near fall. And then Piper goes up top, tries for the Vader bomb. It got blocked. And really, Kelsey didn't do much except for annoy Michael Cole a little bit. He still wants a dumpster match rematch. Something like that. I don't know. But anyway, blah, blah, blah. So Piper misses the Vader bomb. And Mia gets up, hits eat defeat. Made famous by Gil Kim. 1, 2, 3, exactly 7 minutes. Mia gets the win, and Kill's just like, no! Fuck! Basically yelling and screaming like a banshee. And we're going to get a rematch from the finals of the United States title tournament. Mia Yim versus Chelsea Green in some type of stipulation match. I'm thinking we're going to get like a Singapore cane match or something like that, because Mia always has that Singapore cane. Thinks she's a Sandman without the beer. You're not a hardcore icon either. You know, she's been in hellacious hardcore matches before in CCW. Yeah. You know the one. Oh, a couple, not one. A couple of them. She got fucked up, too. And one she won, and one she got her ass laid out. But just go back to CCW lore, and find that. It's just, yeah. The promos with Adam Cole are great. And then her matches, I forget the guy's name. Oh, Greg Excellent. That TLC match is a must-see, by the way. I think they have the first one, I think. I know that. The first one. Where Mia won. They just had hellacious matches in CCW. Just insane. Before CCW, I should say, became like really ultra-violent with the barbed wire explosions and, you know, cage of death and everybody just jumping off the top of the ceiling and God knows where else. You know, back in the glory days with Zandig and Nick fucking Gage. New Jack was there for a brief time. You know, he's a maniac. Right, Jerome? That's right, motherfucker. Oh, by the way, Jerome, happy birthday, I forgot to tell you. You know, it was Jerome's birthday the other day. I got him a present. Did you get my present? Oh, yeah, it was nice, motherfucker. Thank you. What? You're welcome. He thinks I got him a scythe. But what I really got him was a new big-ass bag of Tony Khan's cocaine. He loved it. He's been snorting it ever since. You know, you trying to give me some too. Mike, I told you, don't even go there. I thought it was sugar. I wanted to put it in my coffee. I know it looks the same, Mike, but, you know, gotta be careful. You know, you're on your medication, kind of. Yeah, I know, I forget sometimes, you know, I get wacky. But, you know, be easy next time. You know, make sure it's you know, let God take, no, I can't, I don't even know what you can do there. You know, just be careful. It could be cocaine, it could be sugar, it could be salt, who knows? It could be snow. But be careful next time you drink that coffee and whatever you're drinking it from. Is it Prince Nana's coffee? Does he? I don't know if he says that up to heaven. Nah, it's just regular coffee. Yeah, Sanka. Alright, Sanka. Okay. I thought it was like Ron Valdez is dead. You know, the guy that made you know, that coffee. He's up there. You can ask him to make some you know, coffee. You don't have to drink Sanka of all things. You know, next time you see Juan Valdez and his trusty goat or donkey, you know, ask him to brew up some coffee from the hills of Colombia. Well, there's no hills in heaven, but just saying. Anyway, you have a great night, Mike. Go have a beer on me, okay? All right, thank you. Bye. Okay. I still ain't talking to myself, and I'm not disrespecting the dead, and I'm not off my medication. It's just epic satire. I'd like to see you do it. I still want people to try to do impressions of me, but I can't. They never will, because they're too busy jacking off to me while they're watching me. They're tiny cock! But I digress. Moving on. Alright, but happy birthday to Jerome Newjack! Probably jumping off something in heaven. He's a wild man. That guy's wild. It is what it is. Alright, moving on. Alright, so probably, like I said, Saturday night's main event. Most likely, we're going to get Mia Yim against Chelsea Green for the Women's U.S. title. Or 2, Electric Boogaloo, in most likely a Singapore cane match. And we'll see what happens with that. Moving on. Alright, then we get a video on Naomi, who feels the glow every night. Right, Jimmy? She's ready to face Nia Jax in her rematch. So, Nia versus Naomi 2, Electric Boogaloo for the Smackdown Women's title coming up later in the show. We move on. Alright, then we get kind of interrupted. Oh, we did see him in the back, and it was funny. We see him in the back, and he's about to go through the metal detector. He's like, oh shit! Kind of got it. He's like, well, you know, when we see the Timu bloodline go through the metal detectors, and people like checking them out to see if they have weapons, and then they get beat up. So maybe Paul thought, maybe I won't go through the metal detector and get beat up by Solo and company. Who knows who gets beat up? But then again, maybe Paul Heyman's got a clock! Maybe he stole it from Cash Wheeler, I don't know. But anyway, so we saw him, then we see him go to the ring, he's in the ring, and he does his usual stick, the wise man. Praise the wise man. Put up your ones for the wise man. He comes in the ring. My name is... Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. So fans go nuts, of course. So he talks about the tribal combat match happening tonight with our tribal chief Roman Reigns and that fake as fuck tribal chief Solo Sikoa. So Heyman and Roman have trained and groomed Solo to be the next tribal chief, and Solo was being made ready when Cody caught lightning in a bottle and beat Roman last year at WrestleMania 41. Then Solo, that, you know, as Heyman's words, that twisting son of a bitch, basically stole the Olafala because he never earned it, bitch. He stole it from Roman's bag. Now Solo brought in various people into the bloodline, including Jacob Fatu, who's not welcome outside of the United States Penitentiary, basically. I think that's true, because, you know, Jacob was crazy. You know, I bet you in jail, he loved being in jail. He was like, I love you, Wooden! Or some guy, you know, some random guy. I love you, my whatever. Maybe he met Dom there. You know, Dom's a gringo, you know. Dom just served hard time. And he survived. Eddie would tell you, right, Eddie? You know, my son is he's a great kid, but he served hard time. But he survived, S.C. Biddle. And look at him now. He's my son. He's doing great things in WWE, S.C. Biddle. Okay. I served hard time. And I survived. You know what happened to you in prison if you would talk like that? You wouldn't be standing right now. You would got. Pretty much. But yeah, Jacob in jail? Oh, I wouldn't want to be next to him. Or his bunkmate. He'd probably kill me. Shit. Then again, he'd be like, I love you, Joseph! Not like that, Jacob. I don't swing that way. But anyway. So, speaking of Solo, he comes out by himself, by the way, interrupts the wise man, and Heyman's like, oh shit. So Heyman brings up Solo, having him put through a table in Madison Square Garden in front of his children, and Solo's like, come on, Paul. Give the fucking mic, Paul! So, Paul reluctantly gives him the mic, and he says, on Monday, I need someone I can trust. Well, you can't trust Jacob and Tama? Come on now. Some tribal chief you are. Fake. Anyway. So he says, if Roman wins tribal combat, which he will, Solo will acknowledge him, and Heyman will put the Ulafala around Roman's neck. But, and there's a but, and it really stinks, if I win, and I will, says, Paul, you had to place the Ulafala around my neck, and you're gonna be my wise man forever! And he was like, huh? What? And it was like, oh no. I was like, and Roman will have to acknowledge Solo. So, will Roman possibly get turned on? Something bad's gonna happen. And I really hope, like, Roman, I want this to happen. Roman wins, like, beats up Solo, he beats Solo, obviously. He beats the crap out of Jacob, take care of Tama Tonga, because Tonga Loa probably won't be coming back anytime soon, because he's injured so much. I think, the Usos and Sami Zayn will come out, maybe Drew will come out, just for shits and giggles. If people saying that Drew's gonna cost Roman, I hope not. I really think Roman's gonna win, get the Ulafala back, and then next thing you know, you hear, if you smell now what the Rock is cooking. I can't do that fucking eyebrow. But anyway, I think the Rock is gonna come out right after and kind of do his, thing. Gonna go like the 3 thing he does. Something's gonna happen with Roman and The Rock, and we still think we're still penciling in Roman versus Punk at Mania. I hope not, because supposedly we're getting Cena versus Cody for the world title, for the undisputed title, because Cena's winning the Rumble. I think Rock just comes out and says, you know what? When does he even come out after the match? Maybe, I think Cena's gonna come out, do his usual shit, and either Logan Small, because he's small, right there, his wife, he knows him, even though he had a baby, but I digress. But Logan Small is gonna come out to interrupt. I don't know where that's gonna go. Or The Rock might come out and we have an epic Rock Cena promo. Though Rock would just annihilate him on the mic, but I know, it's going to be an exciting night when The Rock comes out, Cena comes out, just to announce his fucking boring retirement tour. Logan Paul's supposedly going to be there. The Undertaker is going to be there. Hogan, HBK, I think Stone Cold's going to be there, I heard. Maybe, maybe not. Well, we can't get JR, obviously, for obvious reasons. But, gonna get some, like, oldies but goodies tonight. Coming up in about a little over an hour from now. So we got that. Alright, so we'll see what happens tonight in the Tribal Combat match to start the show. Roman Reigns, our Tribal Chief, hopefully beating the shit out of that fake as fuck Tribal Chief. And then Solo Mibuki Sokoa. We'll see what happens. Right, moving on. So I gave all that 3.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get a promo from the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. They want their titles back from DIY after Johnny Gargano pretty much turned on his mentor. That's Alex Shelley. And then hitting Chris Sabin in his nutsack. And then joining back up with his good buddy, the Psycho Killer, Tommaso Ciampa. And we'll see what happens with that. But before we get to that rematch, we find out that Saturday night's main event's coming back in pretty much 2 weeks from this Saturday night in San Antonio, Texas. And Hulk Hogan Brothers all excited about it. Because he kind of, like, promoted it and shit. Saturday night's main event, brother! And he was a mainstay of that fucking show. For many years, not a couple. Hey, maybe we'll see the Hulkster in San Antonio in a couple weeks. Not that I care, but one guy we do care about is Jesse the Body Ventura is returning to do some commentary. I don't know for what match. Maybe the end, like he did last time with Cody and Kevin Owens, and maybe be on that stage with maybe Joe Tessitore or somebody. That'd be fun. But I tell you, McMahon, I hope he's there every Saturday night's main event, whenever the next one might be. We don't even know when the next one is, really. But we do know, and we had the announcement made a couple days ago that the next Royal Rumble, we know this year's in Indianapolis, February the 1st, but next year, 2026, I think sometime in January maybe February, who knows, but the Royal Rumble is going overseas to Saudi Arabia, the land of sand. So it means we have to get up at like 11, 12 o'clock in the morning to watch the Royal Rumble? Huh? I'm like, okay. But now, next year, Saudi Arabia is getting 3 events? What? I mean, like, seriously, we're going to get King of the Ring, Royal Rumble, and then Crown Jewel, number 7, or 6. I don't even know what number it's up to now. So we're getting one in probably January or February. We're getting one probably June or July. That's the King and Queen of the Ring. And then in early November, we get the third pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia. Oh, that Blood Prince is like, money! Blood money, my friend. Blood money, Mr. Heyman. Not Heyman, but Mr. Levesque. Paul Levesque's like, money! It's all about the money! The right Stephanie! Hi, Steph. We might see Stephanie tonight. That'd be nice. Doing what? I don't know. Besides Hunter. That guy's got a bazooka, you know. You knocked up, what's her name? I know. What's her name? I bet you Stephanie didn't like that when Shawn Michaels said that back then. What's her name? I know. That guy's got a bazooka. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so Saturday's main event. Coming back 2 weeks from Saturday. Hulk Hogan's all excited, brother. And that's that. Then we go to the tag team titles. Motor City Machine Guns versus DIY. Not the greatest. Legado del Fantasma comes out after the Yes Boys come out. And so the Guns hit Skull and Bones. It's all loaded up and Pretty Deadly comes out. I was like, no, you ain't doing that. Then I guess broken up. And then DIY hits the Fairy Tale ending super kick combo on Alex Shelley. I thought that was going to be it, but Alex Shelley somehow kicked out at 2. And then, like I said, Legado come out, chase Pretty Deadly around into the crowd, then into the ring. And after allowing the Guns to grab in stereo submissions, and then all 4 of them come into the ring, and then the referee's like, oh, fuck this. Double disqualification, so DIY keeps the belts in under 11 minutes. Still pretty decent, 3.25 out of 5 stars. I think we're getting a not even a triple threat. I think we're getting a fatal 4-way or maybe a 5-way. Because you got DIY against the Profits, most likely they'll get in somehow. The Motor City Machine Guns, the Yes Boys, and then the Mexican Wolves. So it's probably going to be a fatal 5-way. But then again, maybe a fatal 4-way in the Profits. Well, I think we're going to get a fatal 4-way because Montez Ford and Angela Dawkins are kind of injured right now. That sucks. Doesn't suck so much for Bianca Belair, but, and Angela Dawkins' wife. But it is what it is. Alright, moving on. Alright, then we go to the locker room, the women's locker room. Nia, woo! Jax. Kind of worried that Tiffy Tiff's in the building. Miss Money in the Bank. But Candice LeRae says, don't worry, I'm here for you. I'll stop her from trying to cash in. Right. Okay, Candice. Okay. Moving on. We got that. Alright. Then we're in the back. Sami Zayn. Let's go. So, he runs into him, Carmelo Hayes, who's not happy with what happened last week with Braun Strowman and him. And Sammy, in a way. And then the Usos come in to be with their boy, Sammy Uso, per se. Carmelo calms down, because he's going nuts. And then he leaves. And then Sammy, they're talking amongst themselves, like, that's Carmelo Hayes, And then Sammy goes to get ready, and I think something like, I think Jey Uso said, hey, comb your hair or some shit. Like, okay. And then, so he goes to get ready for the 6-man tag team match. So as he goes out, Kevin Owens pops in, talks to the Usos, and tells Jay, watch your back. Didn't Drew McIntyre just say that to Cody? Is Drew and Kevin Owens working together? What's going on here? So we get that. Moving on. Alright, then we get a look back at the opening brawl between Kevin Owens and Cody. And speaking of Cody, Cody's going to leave to go to his stupid bus. And then Nicholas Aldis stops him, and he wants Cody to put his hatred for Kevin aside for now and think about the big picture. You're not getting, you're injured. You want to get injured even more, or, you have to, God forbid, drop the title by a forfeit, blah, blah, blah. Or, of course, an injury. Cody's not going to have that, is not going to do that. And I'm not going to have, he's like, I'm not going to have that because if I see Kevin anywhere, any place, or somebody that looks like Kevin Owens, I'm going to drop him on sight. Ooh, Cody on sight. Ooh, you're so bad. You're nothing. Your words mean nothing, Cody, so shut up! Let me move on. Yeah. That's that. Let me see something. Okay. Alright, after that, we go to the women's title match, Naomi versus Nia. Woo! Jax. Round 2 Electric Boogaloo. Candice LeRae at ringside. This was a pretty good match. Bianca Belair at ringside as well for Naomi, because she's one half of the women's tag team champions. So, back and forth they went. I think the first one was pretty good. This one was a little bit better. So, eventually, Candice LeRae offers a distraction near the end after Naomi hits a blockbuster for a near fall. There was one point where she actually hit a Samoan drop on Nia. I'm like, damn, you were able to pick that up? Holy shit. Impressive. Impressive, Naomi. Very impressive, Skywalker. So, move on. So Candice offers a distraction, because Nia was in deep doo-doo, and then gets dropped by Bianca. Nia cuts her off, goes for a super power slam, like a counter into another power slam, like in the first match. I believe the first match was that tag team match where they're up top and Nia's about to power slam her, then kind of like rolls into another power slam. That was sick. The crowd's going nuts. And then both women are down, and then we hear the music of, "It's Tiffy time! Daddy! Daddy!" Yes. What? "I'm going to cash in!" "I hope so." So Tiffy comes out looking amazing. Hits, and then we're like thinking she's about to cash in. She goes to that Chinese Japanese referee and says, "Oh, I want to cash in now. I'm going to cash in. I'm going to cash in, Mr. Referee." And then the referee's okay. Referee's about to do it, and then Tiffy's like, "Fuck out of here!" Smacks the referee out, knocks him kind of out. And I'm like, "Wait a minute, what are you doing?" Michael was like, "What are you doing?" And then she takes the briefcase back, knocks Naomi in the head with it, knocking her out. And then Nia goes up top, hits the Annihilator pretty much on the poochie, because it wasn't on the titties, it was like right on the poochie of Naomi. Her insides pretty much exploded, as she said on Twitter. So Nia retains in a little over 19 and a half minutes, 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. So then Tiffy gets in the ring, they're all celebrating, and then Tiffy with the heinous act of the year hits Nia in the back with the briefcase, and Candice like, "What the fuck?" Then she hits Candice with the briefcase, and then Bianca Belair comes in and uses her Super Cena strength to hit a kind of impressive KOD, no relation to me, by the way. Hits the KOD, knocks freaking Nia out, and then Tiffy's like looking around, and you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna get another tease. So Tiffy's like, "I want to cash in now!" After she takes out Bianca, knocking her out. So she goes over to the referee she knocked out, basically, says, "I want to cash in, this is for real now." So then she goes up top, about to hit the prettiest moonsault ever. Referee is back in, she hits the prettiest moonsault ever, goes for the cover, 1, 2, 3, Wavy! No! Smackdown Women's Champion, it's Tiffy time, Daddy! Yes, you won, my princess, you won, yay, Daddy! Oh, I marked the fuck out. I loved it. Best Money in the Bank cash-in by a woman, mind you. Best ever. And, by the way, 100% cash-in rate for the women. No, every woman that's cashed in that Money in the Bank has won. Charlotte, won. Io, won. Carmella, won. Liv Morgan, won. Bayley, won. So what do you think next year's gonna be? I wonder if even wins it next year. I don't even know, but we haven't got there yet. But I can imagine whoever wins the Money in the Bank this year is gonna cash in and win. But then again, we could get the first ever women's cash in that fails. But Tiffy is the champ. You love it. I hope we get a pink belt. Oh, I love that. I would love to see that this Friday night on Smackdown. Tiff comes out with a pink belt. It would be amazing. But her reign is going to start. I hate to say it, but I think we're going to get Charlotte Flair winning the Women's Royal Rumble or the Chamber and face Tiff at WrestleMania. And I would mark the fuck out if Tiff beats Charlotte. I would mark out. But I think we're going to go with logic, and logic usually wins. So if Charlotte does win the Women's Royal Rumble or the Chamber, most likely she's winning belt number 15. Maybe one away from her dad and maybe Cena. But who knows? But Tiff is the champ. Made my night. It made my night. Everybody was super happy and marked the fuck out. So it's Tiffy time. And it's hopefully going to last for a couple months. But right now she's on day number 3. Of hopefully many, but we'll see what happens with that. But I'm happy for my girl Tiffy. That's that. And Daddy is too. Daddy approves. Alright, moving on. Alright, then we get a video for Roman and Solo for Raw. And then, probably one of the best promos of the year right now. Jacob Fatu comes out. They're going towards the gorilla position. Him, Solo, and the resident gremlin Tamataga. So, they go in and Jacob cuts probably the best promo of his life. He's like, when I wake up, all I think about is, I love you, Solo! When I go to the bathroom, I love you, Solo! I'm like, shit. So he says, after Raw, everybody will be acknowledging Solo. I don't know about that, but damn, Jacob is getting over so good right now. I can't wait till he turns face, whatever that may be. We can't say, I love you, Solo. He'd probably be saying, I love you, Roman! I hope. I don't know, maybe he stays with Solo when Hikuleo and Lance Anoa'i come in, because they'll be starting off in NXT, so it probably won't be this year. I was hoping Mania, but they haven't even debuted yet. And then you gotta think about Zila Fatu, where he goes. So, might take a couple of years for Hikuleo and Lance Archer to go to the main roster, or to just go to the main roster, I don't know, but Zila Fatu will probably start in NXT, and then I think you gotta think about the big guy, I think his name is Thaddeus, something like that? The big guy. And there's a big woman in that clan, too. I don't know her name, but it's not like anybody like, what's her name, I can't think of her name now. Not Naomi, fuck. The one's always in catering all the time. That never really won anything. She used to hang out with Natalia. It's on the tip of my tongue, too. I can't think. So I'm old, I'm sorry. I was gonna say Nydia, but I can't. I think it's, Tamina. That's it. Thank you, brain. Boink. Oh yeah, I hit myself. Boink. You know. No, I'll do it better. I'll give props to my good buddy Fala. Ba 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 ba. He's a good friend of mine. Actually, he lives in Jersey. If you didn't know that, I didn't know that. I was like, you live in Jersey, dude? I thought you came from Japan. Shit. Hey, Kushida lived in Canada. I don't know if he still lives there, but you would think he lives in Japan, but he lives in Canada. We came from Canada. Well, all things, he comes from Canada. Weird things you never know in the world of professional wrestling. That's pretty much it. Alright, so Jacob does that epic promo. Amazing. And then he goes to the ring. We're going to get ready for the 6-man tag team match to end the show. Sammy and the Usos taking on Solo, Jacob, and Tama. But before we get that, we go to the back and Eli Drake gets his U.S. title shot next week on the program. Well, this Friday night. So, Shinsuke, Eli 2, Electric Boogaloo this Friday night for the U.S. title. I think Shinsuke will retain. I hope. We'll get that. Alright, then we go to the main event, the 6-man tag, insane match. Sammy hits, guess what, a Blue Thunder Bomb, and you know that ain't gonna work. It only worked for him twice. So, put Solo down. Hot tag to Jay, cleans house, the Yeet Man. Pop-up neckbreaker hits Tama for a near fall. And then all six men in the ring. Tama's jumping DDT gets a near fall on Jay. Jacob gets knocked into the corner with some running Ooh, Maga attacks. And then some serial suicide planchas to the floor. Jacob gets right back up with a top rope splash to Jimmy. And then that double jump moonsault on Jimmy for a near fall. I thought Jimmy was about to lose, but then I think Jay came in and broke it up. And then out of nowhere, Drew McIntyre comes out. Jay is like kind of just undecided who to attack. So he attacks Drew, bad decision. And then gets back in the ring and avoids Jacob's ooh my god hip attack in the corner. Jay then spears Jacob, goes up top, hits a superfly splash, but Solo somehow was the legal man. Hits the Samoan spike on Jay. 1, 2, 3. The fake as fuck bloodline get the win in a little over 22 minutes. So there you go. So that's it. So 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. And then after that, we get a Raw rundown. And that ends Smackdown pretty much at around 10 o'clock and change. Maybe a little bit over, like a minute over. But still. Actually, 11:01. I'm sorry, not 10:01. 11:01. So there we go. So still pretty damn good Smackdown. I gave it 7.25 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys thought of the show down below in the comment section. And that's pretty much it. Alright guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to record another video. I'm going to do my Collision review. I'll do TNA Ring of Honor probably after Raw tonight on Netflix. So later tonight, two more videos coming on this channel. So stay tuned, hit that bell right here on the channel for those videos coming your way, and many more to come over the next few months. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright guys, enjoy Raw on Netflix. It should be epic. I'll be live tweeting on my Twitter page as always. So down below, check it out, the Twitter page. You can follow along. There might be a test, which probably half of you will fail, but, well, not a half, all of you might fail. And that's pretty much it. So it should be an epic night. I can't wait for The Undertaker to come out. That's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Next to Hogan. Well, Hogan's gonna be there to brother, you know. Stuff like that. But should be good. We're gonna start off with Roman and Solo. I hope Roman wins. And then we're gonna end off with CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins. I think Punk will win that, obviously. I hope it ends in a draw, like Drew McIntyre comes out and just like, hey, fuck you! And we got that. Also, big news today. Goldberg! Goldberg is coming back for his final match, and he's going to be facing Walter. Probably for that world title. Is he going to win? No. Walter is going to annihilate him. Send him back to Atlanta, GA, to be with his dopey son, Gage, and his wife. Well, not Gage's wife, you know, Bill Goldberg's wife. And then his son. Back to Atlanta, GA you go to do some boring as fuck car commercials. Or whatever you do. But, so, you think, what's next for Walter? Well, there you go. We got him versus Goldberg, and then him versus possibly the winner of the Chamber or the Royal Rumble. Whoever that might be. But then again, if it's Cena, I think it's way better than Cena versus Cody at Mania. But then again, Cena wins it. He beats Cody because Cody's supposedly losing the belt at Mania. Probably to I was hoping to be The Rock, but obviously not. But it's gonna be Cena, which sucks. So Cena sadly will break Flair's record. Nobody will acknowledge it, because I won't. And then as for Walter, he's probably gonna be facing Seth freaking Rollins. That might be penciled in, but we don't know. As always, cars subject to change. But Hunter said pretty much WrestleMania is all penciled in. The main events, at least. But so Punk versus Roman, pretty much set. Cody versus Cena, may or may not be set. And then Walter versus Seth freaking Rollins for the world title, possibly being set. And then all the other matches, we'll see what happens after the Chamber. After the Chamber on March the 2nd. So, or March the 1st, I think. Whatever. Moving on. Alright. Thanks, guys, for watching. And until next time, if you're not down with that, well, we got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's it. Alright, see you for my Collision review. But until next time, peace, bitches.